This is a model of a Gato class submarine. It's 12 feet long, weighs quarter of a ton, about 500 pounds, or just over. It's got fully working deck cannon, which actually fires .22 blanks. The radar and stuff actually works on it as well. There is actually a smoke generator fitted to it. There's the main air pipe coming down, or where the actual smoke would come down, and the outlet for it is just there. As you can see, it's quite a big model actually. This is the bottom half of the boat. Just there is the folded hydroplanes. If I actually, that float that is just there has got a Hall effect sensor on it, and if I pick that up, the hydroplanes will fold down at the front, like you're seeing now. I've just wedged a pipe under it just to keep it so it thinks that the hydroplane should be deployed. Now what will happen now is, if I alter the depth control unit, you can see that as I apply pressure to it, it alters the angle of the front hydroplanes. That can be selected right down to 20 foot or so of depth. So if I actually alter this, you can probably hear something running. I've just told it to go to what would be a greater depth, and now the actual unit has got harder for me to actually push it in. But what you can actually do as well is, if you flick the switch, so you can take manual control as well if that's what you want to do. But all this circuitry, or what works off this float, actually tells all the venting system to open for the compressor and everything else. I don't know how well you can see this because the light's a little bit dim in here, but down in there is the actual compressor, which will pump the air tanks up to 140 pounds per square inch. Just there is the actual video link. If I flick a switch for the video link, so it's a bit hard trying to do this and switch everything about. Right, that now has actually switched the video link on, and the actual camera on the conning tower has actually brought the flap up on there. So if I switch that back off, I'm just about to put the on-screen display, which will overlay onto the video picture, compass headings, battery voltages, temperatures, all sorts of things onto the video picture coming back from the boat. Like the cannon that you're actually looking at the moment can be fired off by a radio link, so there's going to be quite a loud bang in a minute with a bit of luck. So if I press that, you can actually, that was quite loud. It certainly hasn't done my hearing much good. Right, my ears are ringing after that. Right, if we look down at the back of the boat, I've actually just filled the ballast tank with 2 gallons of water, which is just there. So the actual boat takes in over 2.5 gallons of water with the trim tank at the front and back. It's over 2.5 gallons of water it takes in. Now if I just finish off bringing or blowing the tanks, so anyway, I've just filled the tank now. So if I actually blow the tanks at the back of the boat over there, So I'm actually blowing out 2 gallons of water at the moment out of the main tank. There's quite a bit of water coming out of there. The boat actually inverts 240 volts inside of it for some of the electronics inside. So that's blown the tank now actually. I've just fitted into it actual tank control steering. The 2 main drive motors at the back are DC washing machine motors, but they're quite powerful as you can imagine. There's still water trickling out the back as you can hear, so that's just finished now. But the actual tank control steering that I've put on it is to help me manoeuvre it a lot better hopefully when it's on the surface, because if you've got no throttle forward or reverse and you apply rudder, what it'll do is put one propeller in forward and one reverse to help you turn a lot better, and then when you actually apply forward speed to the boat or reverse, it puts it into differential throttle control. But I think it's quite powerful. So if I actually go now, move the rudder, we're just in what would be normal link motors together going forward. But if I flick that, I've got rudder, and what I've just realised is what I've got to do, because the actual boat is submerged, so what it's done is actually switched out the tank control steering and differential while it's submerged. So if I take this back off here, which is the float, which now the boat will think it's surfacing, the compressor's come online, just filling the air tanks back up, and now if I actually move the rudder, it's gone into tank control steering, because that's just moving the actual rudder. But then if I apply forward speed, and there, now if I apply rudder, it'll have gone into differential throttle control. Compressor's still running. I'm just going to disable that compressor by putting that back in, but it's a bit noisy. As you can see, the hydroplanes are back down again. Right, if I show you, that's a CB radio, which is actually picking up the transmitted data on 27 megahertz. One of the other units I've just put into it is, it actually will work on LF underwater low frequency. So if I actually switch over from 27 to LF, if you look over there on the floor, there's all the transmitting end for LF. If I actually switch this on, in the middle of the screen there's a fluorescent strip, so as I actually switch over now from the transmitter, there, that's gone onto LF now, and the submarine's just automatically, you probably heard that glitch, well that's automatically gone over now onto LF. So if I actually turn that up, That's the code coming in on LF. Anyway, this is the first part of the video. I'm going to have to stop it there and hopefully start the next one.